Yes, 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 yes. Should have sound now. Hopefully. Let me know you can hear me. We got an effect underway. All right, Richard says he can hear me. I hope you can hear me, man. Hope everybody's doing good. Had a great 4th of July weekend. Hang out with your families. Drink some beer. It's kind of what I like to do every day. Let's just live like it's a holiday every day. The money flow on page 1 says, a fractal is a never-ending pattern. Fractals are infinitely complex. I was reading an article today, and there's 3 types of failure. There's, what did they call it? Shit, what was it? Complex failure. Oh, basically there's the kind where you just didn't do shit right. Like you just have bad procedures. Like the prison just has a bad rule book or a handbook. Like you're just doing things wrong. Shit you could have fixed and didn't. And then there's complex failure. Complex failure is like a virus comes out of nowhere. Down goes Uber. Wasn't a lot they could do to prepare for that. Okay. And then the third is intellectual failure, meaning you're attempting a pursuit you just don't understand. You're new to it. Create a new product. You don't know the marketplace. You're testing out a new idea. Failure is expected. And in trading, that's kind of what we deal with is intellectual failure, meaning maybe it's number one. Maybe we're doing things we shouldn't be doing. But what I'm going to show you here isn't going to be an effect of you not doing what you're supposed to be doing, okay? So as we break down this trade, we know there's only 3 ways we can fail at this. Now, we also need to have a common understanding that a trade going against us doesn't necessarily mean it's a failure. Much like the scientific method, I talked about that I did a little reel today talking about failure. Failure is simply falling forward fast. It's part of trading, it's part of life, position sizing, portfolio development. Some people think they get a trophy. Well, I started investing, so everything will be easy from here on out. No, man. You're going to learn like everyone else. Experience. You don't get to hack it, man. So you're going to go through this every day. So same with trades. So what we see forming here is delta doing an effect of what I call back into the box, meaning we already had a bottom that triggered the RSI. RSI stands for Relative Strength Index. It measures the velocity of price over a 14-day period. Nothing more. Doesn't mean it's gone too low. Doesn't mean it's gone too high. It just means temporarily right now, based on the average of the last 14 days, it has. That's all it means. And we got that there. In my world, we call that an anchor point, meaning it's the lowest low or the highest high, and it's almost always signal with this RSI going extreme. Doesn't have to, but when they coincide, we get a fractal pattern. Fractal pattern is never-ending pattern. Fractals are infinitely complex patterns that are self-similar. Self-similar means they look the same across different scales, meaning 1 hour, 5 hour, 10 minute, 15 minute. This pattern shows up on all scales. Okay? Even shows up in nature. It's even at your mom's house. They are created by repeating a simple process over and over again. And the way you make good apple pies, you do it the same way you did last time. But here's the thing. See, you might mess up making the pie, and it works better. And you're like, what happened? I failed. I failed, and I made a better product. That's called falling forward fast. Sometimes through failure in trading, you get better. Falling forward. So let's do some falling forward. Has Delta ever been here before? Absolutely. Stopped here before. Remember that? Look at that. All right, and we got an anchor point. We got an extreme RSI. Check, 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 check. We got support. We got RSI confirmation. We got an anchor point that was violated, but get this. This is what makes this anchor point so much stronger. Every time she got violated, look, price came back into the box. And you say, what is a box? Meaning I can draw a line from the anchor point over. Maybe we can take it up in here. Let's take it up in here. So it's building out a box. Now it's on the bottom side of the box. Don't doubt it. Don't mistake it. And the 5-day, 10-day, 20-day are still numerically aligned against you. If you look at the moving averages, They're against you. 5 below 10, 10 below 20, all pointing down. That is a bearish move. That is a negative move. So what I'm trying to capture right here is this beautiful thing right here we call, where's my plus? Give me the plus, man. If I had people working for me, I'd fire them. First, you messed up the sound. Now you can't push the button. So as we look, this stage 1 is what I'm looking at building, man. This could be the greatest day of your trading life. What if you left this video, this recording, and you understood fractal patterns, the nature that the money flow is fractal? This pattern you're going to see over and over and over again. Every bottom you'll ever see from here forth, if you were to look, will look like this. Price will hit a point where it stops. And we call that an anchor point, and it's the apex connection between stage 4 and stage 1. That corner piece is called the anchor. And think about dropping a boat anchor. It stops the boat. Doesn't stop the boat from drifting, but it keeps it in a zone. And that's what this is. And what I just explained to you, I've never heard anyone on planet Earth say. Maybe I missed it. Find me the guy that explained that using an anchor and the boat analogy, and price then moving forward. It doesn't have to stay. It'll move around the anchor, meaning it'll move up, it'll move down. That's price. That's what Delta did here. That's a phenomena or a fractal pattern that occurs over and over and over. Most people are oblivious to it because they're more worried about price than the pattern and the movement of price. And it doesn't matter. One day it was 46 and one day it's 29. I just wrote a new book called The Two Selves. And in there, I talk about price is just a social agreement. Money is just a social agreement. We're agreeing right now, $29.36. I just took a swing trade. That's the social agreement I just made with the person that gave me the shares. I think they're worth more. They think they're worth less. That's the exchange that was just made. But they're not looking at a fractal pattern that I'm looking at. Here's the anchor. Here's price. Is price higher than the anchor or lower? It's higher. So this is in real time, man. Matter of fact, there's still time for it to move against me. It's only 12:20. Means in the next 2 hours, maybe price bombs and all this is bullshit. Everything I just said is out the window because the stop's right in here. Meaning if that happens, this pattern is broken and now we're going not into stage 1 building up into a 2. We're now back into the 4. It continues. Forget everything I said. So I got to stop around the 27.50 ring. We're trading, right? Means if it hits 27.50, you ring the bell, you take the hit, you move on, you don't cry about it. That's trading. Now, if you're not trading, then you don't do that. That's simple. Look how much you just learned. What you're witnessing is back into the box. Meaning a box, you got to have an anchor. It started to build. It got above the 5. It was building out the definition of a stage 1. Stage 1, price goes above 5-day moving average. There's an anchor point. There's an extreme. It starts to go sideways. We got at least 4 candles. We see that witnessing effect. And then price dropped back down. Well, guess what? The boat, man, wind pushes it, circles around. As long as this anchor point holds, then this stage 1 is still good. And if price dips below it and comes back up, that's even more bullish. That's called back in the box. Super bullish. Huge moves happen like that. Not with certainty. We don't trade. There is no certainty. But as a trade, I got an easy place to put a stop. I've got a stage inside of the money flow trading system. We know this is a fractal pattern, which are pictures of chaos. So what other people may see as chaos, I see an anchor point. I see a stage 1. I see it back in the box, and I see price moving higher. That's what I see. That's what I see happening right here. And it's beautiful. Very few human beings understand what I just said, nor do they care. So we'll see where this goes today, but that's the breakdown of what we're seeing on stage 1, man. Let's see. I had to block this dude, man. What's up, Scott? Nick? One nation, under God, indivisible. Got to handle one nation. Maybe it's Live Nation. So Delta Airlines. Now, as you do this trade with Delta, here's what I would do if I'm you. Just this is an exercise. All right, so I go over here and I go to Morningstar. You know what? Here, let me pull it up over here. Let me log in. And here's what I would do today if it was me. I already logged in, but let's look. I clicked it. Now here's what I'd do. I go check it out. Delta Airlines has a 4-star rating. That's not bad in the Morningstar network. Now, there's legit problems. And I go, okay, what do they think it's worth? And they say $55. And I say, holy shit, it's $29. Maybe I should grab some of that in my buy and hold too. You mean you can have a trade and a buy and hold? Yeah, 2 different accounts. Now, listen. We think Delta is the highest quality legacy carrier because it has been able to attract high-yielding business travelers through its product segregation and credit card partnerships, primarily with American Express. American Express? Yeah, AXP, owned by Warren Buffett. Wow. Delta's 5-cabin segmentation strategy allows for spending travelers to purchase premium options when they are able to. Frequently, travelers use miles or co-branded credit card upgrade flights when their company is unwilling to pay the premium price. What does that mean? Damn. So they got partnerships with credit cards. So now we know they do business with American Express. That's kind of cool. We know they got something called a 5-cabin segmentation strategy. That's interesting. Maybe we could Google that. My brother-in-law works at Delta. I'm going to send him a copy. I'm going to text this to him and I'm going to say, what the fuck is this, dude? And then he's going to tell me. But if we came over here and let's just say we put that in and we hit the button. 5 segmentation strategy, you should be familiar. Okay, so we know they're doing some kind of business thing here. Like this is something shit, man, I might could use that in my business. You go, what do you mean? It's a 5-cabin segmentation strategy. It's how you take customer, get them to pay a premium price. It's like, oh, okay. All right, that's good, man. I like the sound of that. Frequently, business travelers use miles. In other words, even if your company sends you on a trip, we might get those guys to upgrade too. We're going to sell them some stuff. All right, I like this. In the leisure market, we expect Delta to continue to receive pressure from low-cost carriers. Oh, you budget. All the Dave Ramsey people are flying on JetBlue. While we believe that Delta's basic economy offering effectively services the leisure market, we don't expect the firm to thrive in this segment. Wait, G, are you saying they don't do cheap fares? No, doesn't look like it. Looks like they're going for the big money. So as you read that, what's happening? We're starting to understand a formula for a business. This business is engaged. They're trying to make money, man. Money. So as we start reading on this, go through this. You're not going to need to read this every day. And you're like, what do you mean? If every time you took a trade, you do this here, and then tonight when you're at home and you're just laying in bed, go read on Delta. How many employees they got? They used to have a dividend. They ain't got one no more. Why'd they cancel that? As you start, if you do this a lot with different trades and everything, pretty soon you just know a lot of shit, man. You know all about companies and dividend yields and sectors and segments and business strategies. Be shocked how well this could help you in your own business. It's pretty cool, man. So they think it's worth $55. It's trading at $29.43. I took a swing trade and I added to it in my buy and hold account. So now, as we dig into Delta, and we look and we say, look right here. See that button? Competitors. So when I click it, competitors. So as I click that button, guess what it does? It brings up other airlines. Oh, LUV, Southwest Airlines. Sprint, SAVE. Remember what they said? Those low-cost ones are going to eat into them. Oh, maybe we play that. Maybe we want to buy the name brand and the generic competition. Maybe we want to do a pairs trade, meaning we want to take half our trade in the name brand and we want to take half our trade in the competition, or half our investment in the name brand, half our investment in the competition. Who's going to eat them? So if I'm buying Lyft, Uber, maybe I offset my bet a little and buy some Lyft. Right? So now some people will do this strategy, would buy one short the other. Meaning, guess what? If something hits this industry, it's going to hit all of them. So they go long on Delta and they short or hedge against the weakest airline. Oh man, we just went down a rabbit hole there. But I don't know that you need to worry about that. So right now as we come in, they got LUV also at a 4-star at a 36% discount. We got SAVE, SAVE, which is Spirit Airlines at a 31%. That's probably our discount player. And we got Delta at 46%, 10% discount more than LUV. Interesting information. We could dig a little deeper. We could maybe disagree with this. We could look, maybe we like Love better, which means we'd come over here. Let's put that ticker in. LUV. I got it up close right now. Bear with me. Same pattern. Same pattern. Same trade. That means all of them. That means we could probably go to the ETF Jets. You're like, Gerald, I know this. Not everybody knows what you know, man. All right? Not everybody knows what you know. So if you come over here to the thing Jets, we're not even picking a carrier. We're just picking a sector. I don't give a damn about Delta, Love, SAV, none of that. I'm just playing the sector, G. Don't care which airline wins. Just want them all to win. Same thing. Look, there's my anchor point. Now I can draw out, right? We can draw out this trade, man. Now, whenever I show a trade, this is what happens. What about this? Look, man. That's not what I'm here for. I'm not a dancing panda bear. I'm trying to teach you to trade, man. I don't really give a shit about your stocks. I'm trying to talk about the ones that I have, ones I own. Nobody can give you any sort of real assessment of your stock anyway, man. Not like Jim Cramer, call in, you got 5 seconds. Do you like this or don't like this? A little more involved in that, man. There's my anchor point. But I can look at a chart, and here's, you know how Cramer does that, right? If you say to me, let's say I'm long Delta, means what? I probably like the airline sector. So if you say to me, Gerald, what do you think about Spirit? I like it. Why? Well, I like Delta. They're in the same sector. And you go, yeah, but what, you like CVS Pharmacy? Well, I own Walgreens, so yeah, I like CVS. Wait, you mean you like Coke and Pepsi? Yeah, because I own Coke and I own Pepsi. So that's how he's doing that. You throw out whatever stock you say, does he like the sector? That's all he's thinking about. I watched a thing where he broke down how he does that. So he's not trying to memorize 1,000 stocks. He's trying to memorize 152 subsectors. And then of that, there's 12 main sectors. And of that, there's really like 3. Right? And so that's all he's doing is grouping it together. So you could trade Jets here. This would be you could do options. If I did options, there's no stop. It either goes to 0 or I make money. That's the trade. That's why I don't like them. If I do shares, I got a little wiggle room in here. As long as it stays above this zone, I'm good. It could go for weeks and weeks sideways. Don't care. It ain't hit my stop. Matter of fact, I might add to it. You do that with options, you could lose a lot of money. Because you don't get the option money back, man. Time decay is wearing on you. So be careful if you're trading options to the upside. I got time to wait it out. If my target, which my target would be the $20 range, maybe a little low, that's a $4 move, right? I don't want time decay. And on the breakout, I'm going to look to be adding to this. So as this thing moves higher, I'm going to add to the trade. In other words, as it moves up and I'm making money, I'm going to add to it. That's going to be the breakout. A lot of you have a hard time mentally adding to something that you're greening when it's a trade. And you're like, yeah, but if it pulls back, I'm down more. Yeah. But that's how you make the most money up here. So your stop's in here. We're looking to add in here. And you go, what do you mean? Stage 2 breakout, right? So we're looking to add on the stage 2 breakout. But right now we're playing this side. We had the big down. We got the sideways. We got our anchor. We're above the 5-day. We're moving over. We're about to, we're moving into that stage 2 zone, which will then be the breakout, which we know where our target is. Man, could trading get any easier? I appreciate you guys, man. I hope that helps. Stay positive. Stay positive. We'll see how it goes. There's a lot of good opportunities out there, right, man? Great time to be coming in the stock market building. Had a lady say to me, well, my timing was just bad, Gerald. And I said, well, what if you were just coming in today? Oh, well, I probably would like it a lot better. Well, somebody just came in today. Should they be sad like you? What do you mean? Well, you said you're kind of sad about the market. So if your daughter was just starting today, should she be sad about the market or she should be happy about the opportunity? And she said, well, she should be happy about the opportunity. Maybe you should listen to yourself. Maybe you should be happy about the opportunity. I know I am. Fuck, man, I'm 52. It's a long time till I'm in my 70s. I need to make some money. I need stocks to come down. I need real estate down. I don't know what game you guys are playing. If you believe in Bitcoin, you need Bitcoin to come down. You don't really believe in it, though. All the diamonds got tested. Everybody got scared. Ain't no believers out there. I'm the last true fucking believer, man. Most of my friends stopped believing, man. I'm the last of the Mohicans. That's all right. I can stand alone. I can handle it. So I see opportunity where other people see nervousness. I like ugly houses, broke houses, fucked up foundations, leaky roofs. I like it ugly. Paint peeling. Take the stock down. That's how you get rich. It's reserved for the few. Very few people own oceanfront property, by the way. Some do. You don't get it by accident. And then when you buy it, you take a big risk. You're like, what do you mean? Storm, blow it all out. Gone. And then maybe something was wrong with the insurance. You don't get your money back. It's reserved for the mighty. So is stocks. This is not for the weak of heart, man. It's for the mighty. It's a mind game. It's a mind game. So don't be like the lady I was talking to today. Thinks it's good for her daughter, but not for her. It's kind of weird. It's like when you talk to the parent and they say, well, where I came from is why I am. I'm like, me too, man. I grew up in a trailer park, poor, single mom. I know, it's what builds character. I know, we'll sit and agree on that. We'll talk about that. And then our conversation will turn to be, how can we make life easier and softer and easier for our fat kids? Oh, I don't want them to struggle, Gerald. Let me give them everything, pay for everything. I don't want them to have to go through what I did. And it's like, you just told me it built you and your character and who you are. You just told me that fire is what melts and mends metal. You just told me that friction and pressure is what make diamonds. You just told me that in the same conversation. Now you want to protect everyone. Oof. Our mindsets can get pulled easy, man. Living congruence. Man. You guys be good.